Let's move on to now Michael Jennings. He's not going to get recognition for his 300 NRL games. Now, Joey, I know you have a lot to say about this because you wanted to come on
This is
just
why
to
Joey's
have
on.
This is why I'm here.
just to have your say on this.
I came for
take
this.
the
I'm actually
Joey-
I'm gonna talk about this, and I'm going home.
Let's turn the lights. Put the spotlight on Joey now.
Yeah, just turn the lights off, bro. All right, where's the camera? Which camera are we on? One or two?
Look at that one.
I'm gonna look straight down the camera. Okay, this is the biggest load of bullshit I have ever seen. Right, bro. If I was Jennings, yeah, obviously you can't because you're letting. It's a team sport,
Yep.
mate. But I wouldn't rock up.
Yeah.
I won't play.
Exactly.
How dare they approve his contract, right? Register him. You're the top dog. The NRL's the top dog. They say yes or no, right? They've approved his contract. Now, if you had an issue with his past and you thought that him wearing your emblem week in, week out is not what the NRL is about and he doesn't fit your mold, why did you register the contract? So he's good enough to get signed off on so he can play, but he's not good enough to be simply just recognised. Go out there, give him a 300-game ball that's in a glass cabinet, right? You know, a bit of a round of applause.
It's a big
Shake his
achievement.
hand, right? Bro, you heard the stats from Phil Guild
Yeah.
when he's interviewed him, all right? It's less than 1% that play 300 games.
That's right.
It's a handful. It's the 300 club.
100%.
Now, he's played 300. I'm sorry, you can't wipe him from history.
No.
That's
right?
unfair.
He served his time.
Yeah.
Now,
Yes.
did he get jailed for the DV against his wife?
No.
Right?
Oh.
There was no jail time. Was there cops involved? Like, there's details we don't know.
So this is-
I don't know the details.
Yeah, because I think Abdo has said he doesn't want to celebrate his 300th game because it's a bad look because they're going into that women market, the NRLW now. It's a bad look for the women in their game. And
Okay,
stuff
but
like
sorry, you have convicted criminals that have served time in jail that play in the NRL.
Yeah.
Matt Lodge, for
Okay,
example.
Matt Lodge is one example.
Yes.
Okay, you have indiscretions, brother. Let me tell you, it's one big boys club, right? They've got favoured players that can get away with shit. I'll guarantee you one thing: if Radley, right, was caught up in a dust up with his teammate 1 week before he goes to Vegas, he is not allowed on that plane.
Yeah.
But because it was Reynolds, right, 1 week later he's in Vegas representing the NRL when he got caught on camera footage punching on in public.
Him and Pat Carrington.
Carrigan as well. How does that work?
Now, 100%.
It makes no sense,
right?
right?
What's the look? It's presenting a bad look for the NRL.
Not just a bad-
100%.
yeah,
But
not just a bad look.
They're Cowboys running a multi-million-dollar business.
Yeah.
They're like school kids, right? Jack DeBellin has had his career torn up in shreds, bro. Right?
Yeah, I remember.
He got ostracized out of the NRL. Right? He got labeled as a rapist for 2.5 years. Right? His name was smeared. He wasn't allowed to play rugby league. You want to talk about mental health? Go ask Jack DeBellin about mental health.
Yeah.
And the dark days that he lived, right? While the NRL proved what's the saying? Proven guilty.
Proven guilty. Proven innocent.
Innocent.
until guilty.
No. But they've flipped it. You're not proven. You're not innocent until proven guilty. With the NRL, you're
exactly.
guilty until proven innocent.
Yeah, that's
a
right.
beautiful
Right?
way of saying it.
That's what they did to him.
Yeah.
Right? They stuffed that up. They've stuffed it up again. What, bro? If Jennings has done wrong, right? He has served his time.
Yeah.
He's been punished for it, right? And move on. It's play on from here.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
play on.
100%.
So what are we telling the kids? What are we telling our kids? Like they're playing. They want to come from the angle that it's not a good look on women in rugby league. Let me tell you something. Domestic violence against women, I don't stand for.
Yeah,
if you
100%.
touch a lady, if you touch a woman or you touch a girl, right, you're a piece of shit. You're a dog.
Yeah, 100%.
I'll say that very clear now, right? I don't stand for it, okay? But are we going to sit here and claim that men don't get domestic violence?
Yeah. 100%.
There's a lot of men, right, that
Same
go
case.
through domestic violence from women.
Yeah.
That's
So
right.
domestic violence isn't just about women, right? Yes, the majority of cases are women,
Yes.
right? But there is men that
Go through.
go through domestic violence.
Yes.
That's a
Okay,
fact.
without raving on and
Yes.
taking this podcast to a 3-hour session, right? The last thing I want to say
Yeah.
is there is no way his contract should have got registered if this DV was an issue.
No, for sure.
How dare you honor the guy his 300th game, all right? Or you've lost me as a supporter.
Bro, that is beautifully put. I want to touch on that, man. Like, I'll put my hand up first and say I was wrong with the video I made. I thought it was about the drugs, the steroid use.
Yeah.
Abdo said it wasn't about that. It was about what Joe was talking about, the domestic abuse allegation he got.
Yeah.
But yeah, regardless, man, like, obviously this guy has stuffed up. Everyone stuffs up. in
Everyone
their
makes
life,
mistakes
and
in life,
that's a
yeah.
no-go. Like,
Exactly.
I don't know if it's true or not, but obviously he's moved on. He's said his sorries and whatever. He just wants to play footy now. And to not recognize this guy's 300th game, less than 1% make a 300th game. You know, yeah, what do you want to say,
Yes,
Joe?
Joey.
No, I'm in class. I'm just, keep going. Just, I'm next.
Quickly, what I'm going to say, like, less than 1% end up
Yeah.
playing 300 games. You know, are we just going to forget the career he had? You know, he helped grow the sport. You know, to play 300 games, you're doing something right. That 300th club, Cameron Smith, Benji Marshall, Michael Jennings, you know,
Yeah.
they all contribute to make NRL as big as it is. And they're
100%.
trying to expand into larger markets, you know.
I know
I
it's not
get it's
easy,
not a
but
good look
yeah.
having these allegations, but he's the person that helped grow NRL.
100%.
How many immortals have played 300 games?
Bro, like, cause
Immortals.
Immortals, yeah. Like,
Like,
how
I'm
many did?
I'm talking Raper, Andrew John. Bro, not all of them played 300 games.
How much did Thurston play? Was it? It wasn't 300, was it? No, I think he did.
No, I think Thurston got to 300.
he got to 300.
But he's not an immortal.
Exactly.
I'm talking that they've been inducted
Yeah.
Yes.
as an immortal.
Yeah.
How many have played 300?
I couldn't remember. a
Bro,
lot,
playing 300 is not an easy feat.
It is.
It's hard. It's
Okay.
very hard.
And you know what I'm doing
Yeah.
with my line of work in
Yes.
regards to
Yeah.
working with youth.
Yeah.
What are we telling the kids? What are we showing our kids? That if you make a mistake, because I do a lot of work with troubled kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, kids that have walked the wrong path.
Yes.
Kids that are struggling at school, struggling at home, drug addiction.
Yeah.
Right? In trouble with the law, crime, in and out of juvie.
Yeah.
Right? What am I telling these kids? Hey, boys, let's take a lesson out of the NRL's book. Right? You've made a mistake in life. You will never be celebrated in your life.
Yeah, well. That is a
Wow.
great point.
You will never be able to achieve anything, and people aren't allowed to stand up and give
Yeah.
you a round of applause because you fucked up
Yes.
beautifully said, man.
10 years ago.
said.
It just shows you that you can't bounce back from anything.
Even
Exactly.
that,
You're not allowed to.
You're not allowed to.
According to the NRL, you're not allowed to.
It's
Look,
disgusting.
one more thing as well, how you mentioned about domestic violence with guys as well. On top of that, suicide. Even suicide as well.
Yeah,
There's a lot of men.
Great point, Anthony.
Yeah.
Great
A
point.
suicide as well.
Yeah.
People don't understand about suicide with men
Yeah.
because a lot of people, like even with men, like they're cutting their life too short because they can't handle like
the pressures
the pressures in
of
life.
life. Yeah.
Look at the
It's not the-
suicide rate,
Yeah,
right? The highest cause of death in males between the age of 18 and 35 is suicide
correct.
in Australia. Not car accidents,
No,
not cancer, not stabbings, not shootings, not
nothing
murders.
got to do with that.
The highest rate of deaths in males in Australia
Suicide.
is suicide.
Yeah.
Do something about it. Fix the problem. You're sitting here punishing the guy because of something that happened 3 years ago, 5 years ago. And how long has he been out of the game? He's paid
years
his
now,
dues.
Exactly. It's like going to prison, coming out. You know, you're obviously remorseful. You can't, like, you got to bounce back somehow. Give him a way to breathe. Celebrate 300 games.
Exactly.
Give him that ball. But it's, at the end of the day, it's a new world order, man. When things happen like that, they got an agenda.
And
against it.
why? Sorry to cut you
no,
off.
that's right.
Why was it brought up? Because Buzz Dog Rothfield,
Yes.
Yeah.
wrote an open letter and posted it in the Daily Telegraph, right? The letter was directed to Abdo saying, don't you dare let this guy be celebrated.
And what's
And
got
what
to
did
do
the
with him?
coward do?
What do you do?
What did the coward do? He picked
ended up
up
doing
the
it.
phone
Yeah.
and he rang Buzz and he said,
Wow.
yeah, we won't celebrate him.
That's
wow.
disgusting, man.
That is
Because of
disrespectful.
one miserable old man,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right?
He's annoying.
He had
bro.
an agenda. and he had something against this guy,
Yeah.
right? It had nothing to do with women,
No.
right? If
Exactly.
you've got a big issue with women,
You gotta
right?
solve it yourself.
Where's your mate Paul Kent?
Yeah, he's back in.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Where's your mate Paul Kent
bro,
that got
they
thrown
returned him
back in?
Yeah,
Bro,
there you go.
that's a
What?
good
Just
example.
because he got found not guilty,
Yeah.
so you can celebrate him?
Yeah.
How is Paul Kent and Jack DeBellin any different?
Yeah, bro. It's when they have it against you,
Yeah.
they really have it
Look,
against
we don't want to go into deep conversations
Look,
like that.
I
Like,
think-
it's just
for having me, guys.